is Marcelino Frost Flow DaCosta, and the message I have for you today could quite possibly impact the next 7 generations. I call it a full-step saga. It's probably better if I kind of show you what I'm talking about. You guys all right with that? Good energy, I like that. In case you couldn't tell, I'm a b-boy. The term b-boy stands for boogie boy, break boy, break girl, depending on your gender. Someone who dances to the breaks of the music, the instrumental break. Hits the breaking point in the party. People know us as break dancers. I've been doing this dance for about 17 years of my life. I've been really privileged to share this dance all across Canada, from the Canadian Arctic to young offender centers, schools, everywhere. And fortunately, I've been able to go across the world with it. The thing is that b-boying, b-girling, breaking, it's more than just a dance. It's a philosophy. It's a way of life. The act of passing down knowledge is instrumental and fundamental to every b-boy and b-girl. It's fundamental for everybody, right? You gotta pass on knowledge. I really believe that everyone has something to learn from the b-boy process, this breaking mentality. I can summarize it in 3 words. I'm gonna need your help with this. The first one is opening. Second one is building. The third one is sharing. Good. Nice voices. It's a loop. It's a loop. A good example is started with youth living in the South Bronx, New York, in the early 70s. Youth developing resilient philosophies such as each one teach one, or creating something from nothing. True foundations of hip-hop culture, a culture which has touched countless lives over the last 40 years. Hip-hop, specifically b-boying, reached international exposure in the 80s through crews like Rocksteady. But it survived several evolutions in the dance solely because of how it was passed on from mentor to student, student to mentor. Man, I gotta tell you, like, there's nothing like experiencing this dance. And I've seen the highest summits. I've been to places in Canada no one has seen. It's a very unique experience. It's constantly reinvigorating a foundational aesthetic and language. And longevity in this form of expression is founded on shared stories that are living organically through people, individuals, crews, battles, experiences, and it's strengthened by people discovering their identity, personal exploration, representing who you are, what's your culture. Leaving a legacy is extremely important. So I'd like to take the moment to acknowledge a gentleman by the name of Frosty Freeze. Frosty Freeze, one of the original members of the Rocksteady crew. Make some noise for Frosty Freeze, rest in peace. Rocksteady crew was really famous for bringing breaking to the world, but what was special about Frosty Freeze is that he was one of those instrumental figures that it was like a time capsule. He encapsulated the original essence of breaking in terms of its character and its aesthetic. And people still are influenced by what he contributed to the dance generations later. I'll tell you a little story about how I met Frosty Freeze. It was in 2001. Imagine me, 19-year-old Canadian b-boy, first time breaking in the States in a competition, New York State, I'm really eager, I'm like excited, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, Frosty freezes a judge, he straight up calls me out for having the same name as him. Yo, Frost, you better represent, brother. What I realized about Frosty Freeze and his contribution is that this idea of opening up and passing a knowledge is really important. He ended up encouraging me, and he gave me blessing for my name. B-boying is about opening up. It's about respecting tradition. It's about understanding the longevity of things that have happened in the past. Legacy is honored. Without further ado, I want to present Frosty Freeze to you. You guys ready? All right, make some noise, please. Dude, make some noise, please. Come on, put your hands together. There's a legend right there. Here, let me teach you. So as you can see, what I was doing resembled what he was doing, but slightly different, right? The thing is, with breaking and hip-hop, it's about building up and breaking down, but it's more about opening your mind, creating what's next. Physical and philosophical traditions, they're kept alive. A foundation is maintained, but you're encouraged, strongly encouraged, to be creative, to be innovative. You gotta have style. You gotta be fresh. You have to contribute something. Yo, this dance is hard. It's really hard. In the process, you're cultivating resilience. Now the thing is, anyone who's experimenting crave inspiration, right? We're inspired by anything from Bruce Lee to Bugs Bunny, James Brown to Fred Astaire. All kinds of things. You guys want to see my style? Are you sure? There's 3,000 people here. All right. Thank you. Hip-hop, breaking, once you find your own style in anything, you find your passion in something, you find your style, you find your voice, you have to share it. Just don't keep it locked in. Share it for the purpose that other people are going to open it up, they're going to build on it, and they will share it for the next generation to come. That's a good thing. In hip-hop, we do this in circles, fairly indigenous tradition. In ciphers, we're exchanging moves, we're exchanging philosophies, we're pushing each other in battles, we're expressing our passion for life, music, dance, opinions. We're reinforcing the importance of sharing. Sharing's important. We're developing conversation. And in a world like this, crazy world like this with violence, we're equalizing opinions. Two of the best dancers in the country right here in your hometown. So make some noise for B-Girl, Jackie, JK47, and B-Boy, Mark Siller. What? You guys be louder than that, yo. You guys good? You ready to do this? All right. All right. Come on, maestro. So what's the point? I believe everyone has something to learn from this break-in creative process. First, you're opening your mind, you're absorbing information and knowledge, you're internalizing it. Second, you're building on it, you're flipping it, remixing it, sampling it, putting your own signature on it. Third, you share it. You share for generations to come, you're encouraging other people as well. And I always say that a little encouragement goes a very long way. This is a process that encourages progress, develops resiliency, and most importantly, it situates you and your story and your culture. That's really important. It's given I myself, Mark, Jackie, and countless others around the world the means to be creative and innovative while still respecting tradition. Now my question for you is, what's your full step saga? What are you going to contribute for 7 generations to come? What are you going to give to your great-grandchildren? That's you. Mark Siller, y'all make some noise. Come on, come on. Woo. Yes, Mark Siller. JK47, where the ladies at? Come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.